on that beat? Oh.
What's up, Keisty Rose 1 again. Just finished the AdiZero Rose 2.5 review. Now I'm going to be doing the AdiZero Crazy Light 2. This is the second half, obviously in the name, to the Crazy Light. So I'm going to get right into it and start with the traction. Traction on this shoe, I actually haven't played in these in a minute, but the traction on the shoe was good. It wasn't as good as the Crazy Light 1, but it still was good as long as you're on a clean court. The only thing is, with this shoe, you can see the depth in the traction and the bumps for the traction. They're not very big or deep at all. So I don't know how long this shoe would last before it starts to smooth out. Like right here, it's starting to smooth out already. But the traction is, I guess they did that to cut down on the weight, but the traction is good. It's a little dirty just because the courts I play on, and right now it feels slippery. But the traction was good. I don't have any complaints. It wasn't as good as the Crazy Light, like I said, the first one, or the Rose 2.5, but the traction still is good on it. So nothing bad to say about the traction. Moving on to the sprint frame. This one, the sprint frame doesn't look like it rises as high, but it does because it comes up to here on this side, and then it goes. Just the design of it looks low. It still does run all the way to about I'd say the bottom to the middle of the bottom stripe, and it comes all the way to here. They used a lot more of the sprint frame in this shoe to add to the lightweight effect of it. The sprint frame in this shoe does a very good job. My foot didn't move at all, and even though it's only 0.3 ounces lighter, it feels a lot lighter, and this shoe is actually a half size bigger than the Crazy Light 2, or the Crazy Light that I have, and it still feels lighter. So this is a very good shoe. Moving on to the cushion. The cushion was good. It's just as good as it was in the Crazy Light 1. Let me see if they still have yeah. You can see they did the exact same thing where I don't have a good light over here, so bear with me. You can see right there. There it is. The little green, I can't get the light on it right, but if you can see, there's a green little, padded cushion thing right there that they've been putting in all their shoes. Yeah, so you can't really see that very well because the lighting that I have right now isn't very good. I'm sorry, but here, I'm going to do this because I really want you guys to see this. Right there, that little star-looking thing, that's a padding, and this one does have the My Coach capability too, as well as the Rose 2.5. I don't know how it goes because I don't wear the same size with the Crazy Light 2 and the Crazy Light 1, but they do give you two different insoles. I believe this is the Crazy Light 1, but I'm not sure because I have the insoles and the other set of laces upstairs. Actually feeling this one, I think this is the I'm not sure which one this is actually, to be honest with you guys, but I do believe that this is the Crazy Comfort. I think it's the Crazy Comfort. I'm going to say Crazy Comfort. But yeah, I don't know if the Crazy Light insoles will fit in this one. Like I said, I don't have the same size, so if I did put the insole from the Crazy Light into this one, it probably wouldn't be very comfortable because it'd be sliding around a lot because the shoe's a half size bigger. Moving on to the midfoot. This is probably the part where I had the most problem with this shoe. With the Crazy Light, a lot of people had a problem with it because in this area they said it moved too much because of how much sprint frame or how much sprint web they put in it. So they took away from the sprint web. I actually liked how much sprint web they put in it because my foot could move so much more freely. And with this one, they changed the sprint web and made it more stable up here. Like, made it so it doesn't move as much, which I didn't have a problem with it, but it took some getting used to after playing in the Crazy Light for so long. And there is a break-in period with this shoe because the sprint web is different, and I had a little buckle, like it felt like it was pushing in right here. But I would compare it to the hyperfuse. I'm getting the hyperfuses. Yes, I broke down and bought a pair of Nikes for the first time. They are Hyperfuse Supreme, and you guys will see a review on that too. Over the year, I've been looking at the Hyperfuses, like, man, should I get a pair? I really like the shoe, and so I got it. It should be coming in the mail in a few days. I'll show you guys a review and a performance review on that. But I would compare this shoe to the Hyperfuse just because it it has the mesh and the windows like the hyperfuse, but it's still it feels like it moves as good as the hyperfuse would. The sprint web is different, where it's still mesh right here, but it's not. These aren't breathability holes. These aren't breathe. These don't breathe. The only part where you have breathability in this shoe is right here. These holes right here is the only place where you have breathability, and the tongue is mesh, I believe. Yeah, the tongue is mesh. That's where the breathability is in this shoe. So this one's not as breathable, but it's still good. I did like this shoe. Again, I'll show you guys this on foot with the ankle brace and the knee pad. Moving on to the ankle area, you can see they didn't cushion it as much, but the ankle still is good. It's stable. It moves where you need it to, but the sprint web doesn't let it, bend and roll where you're going to roll your ankle. It's actually where if you're rolling your ankle in this shoe, the sprint web does a good job in letting you react. So when you're rolling your ankle, you can jump over or move so you don't roll your ankle too much. Right here, I'll show you guys because I didn't do a review on this one right here. Those letters right there say lightest ever. I'm not sure how good you can see that on this camera, but it does say lightest ever right there. Inside the shoe, it's just every insole is the same color. It's that bright orange color you see. Whereas the Crazy Light ones, the color matched the shoe. This one just has one thing, and it did come with another set of laces. These are the round ones. The round ones, I didn't like the flat ones because they wouldn't lace up, but they have the round ones and they have flat ones that are lighter weight. This shoe comes in this color, lightning electricity green, hyper green, whatever you want to call it. This is hyper green. Lightning yellow, excuse me. It comes in gray. It comes in black and red and black, and they just released a couple different colorways. I think one is blue, red, and white, and another one is red and white, I believe. I think they will be coming out with more colorways soon for this shoe. They're going to be dropping like 2 or 3 every couple months, so keep on the lookout. But overall, this shoe is good. I like it. It's definitely different than the Crazy Light one, but it's not a bad difference. This is still a good shoe, just it doesn't move up here as much. That's probably the only, and the traction isn't as good, but it's still good traction, don't get me wrong. It's not as good as the Crazy Light, but it is good traction. And then it doesn't move up here as well. It's a little break-in period. You'll probably experience buckling and a couple of sensitive areas until you break it in and it gets a feel for your foot, but still a good shoe. I do recommend it. Wide foot people go up a half a size. I usually wear an 11. This is an 11.5. So if you have a wider foot, do go up a half a size. And yeah, look out for these. I'm about to put them on foot with my knee pads and my ankle braces so you guys can see how that looks. Comment, rate, subscribe, leave me any suggestions. I'm about to do an on-foot review of all my shoes, so I'm going to go get my knee pads on, get my ankle braces on, and I'll bring you guys that right now. Peace. Alright, so this is the on-foot of the Crazy Light 2. I'm probably going to do a video. I'm going to put this at the end of the Crazy Light 2 performance review. And then I'm probably going to do one video where I have just all my shoes on with the knee pads and ankle braces just so everyone can see what it looks like. So, here you go. Here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you guys, just to make it a little bit easier to see the shoes. Keisty Rose one.